In this video, I'm going to show you how to create this spinning gradient border effect using pure CSS. The video is beginner friendly and all you need is basic CSS knowledge and you're good to go. So guys, as you can see, this is how things look like right now. Here I have the structure of HTML from my previous video. You can also check it out. So in our previous video, we implemented functionality so that when I hover this card, we would see how it would flip. Okay, but for the sake of this video, I removed that functionality. And when it comes to HTML, we just have the structure that we need. And then when it comes to CSS, as you can see, I have some commented parts. And as we keep going, I will uncomment them so we will understand better what's going on. Right now, we have some styles which are applied to this card, to our body, for example. You can take a look and it isn't really that difficult. I'm just showing you what we have right now. But what we need to pay attention to is that we need to pay attention to the commented parts because they are directly related to implementing CSS animated gradient border. Okay, so let's get started. First of all, as you can see, here we have this part. Here, property lets us define a custom CSS property with a specific type. So here, its name is angle, okay? And in CSS, custom properties, also called CSS variables, are always defined with 2 hyphens at the start. So that's why we define it this way. So here what happens is that we're telling the browser that angle is an angle type, okay? So meaning that it accepts values like 0 degrees, 90 degrees, 360 degrees. And why do we need this? We need this because normally we can't animate custom properties for CSS variables like angle. The browser doesn't know what type they are, so it can't interpolate between values smoothly. And here, property fixes that by telling the browser exactly what type it is, okay? So it knows how to animate it. Without property, the spinning border animation simply wouldn't work, okay? Then we have initial value to be set to 0 degrees. So this is the starting value of angle when the page loads. So 0 degrees means that the gradient starts at the top of the card. And here we have inherits to be false, so that false means this custom property doesn't get passed down to child elements automatically. So each element manages its own angle value independently, okay? So you can think of this inherits to be false like if a variable is only meant for one element, don't let it leak down to everyone else, okay? And now what I want to do is to save this file every time we uncomment some block. Even if nothing visible changes yet, for example, after uncommenting this property. So I mean, even after uncommenting this property alone, nothing will happen, but it will show you and it will show us step-by-step process, okay? So that's why I will save after every step so we can see exactly when the magic kicks in. So as you can see, here I use live server, which responds to every change that we make after we save the file. So let's save this file. And as you can see, nothing has changed. And to show you that we expect the changes, let's say that I want to, for example, change the color. And as you can see, everything is working. Oops. Okay, so let's continue. Now we have this part where we have card. So here we have background with conic gradient. So conic gradient is different from linear gradient or radial gradient. Instead of going from one side to another, it sweeps around a center point like the hands of a clock, which is perfect for a spinning border effect. Okay, here we have from var angle. It means that the gradient starts rotating from whatever angle currently is, okay? And as keyframe spin updates angle from 0 degrees to 360 degrees, the gradient continuously rotates around the card, okay? Then we have variables related to colors. So these are the colors of the gradient defined per card, and we have defined it below as you saw. And here we repeat some parts, so the gradient loops seamlessly, and we can play around with it, and we're definitely going to do it. Okay, so it is just for visual part when it comes to these colors. Then we have animation property, so let's actually uncomment it and let's save it, and nothing will change. So when it comes to animation here, it means that it will run the keyframes spin animation, because as you can see, the name is spin and we have defined it right here. So this runs the keyframes spin animation, and 3 seconds means one full rotation takes 3 seconds. Linear means constant speed, no easing. So it is important for a smooth continuous spin. Okay. And we have infinite. It means that it will loop forever. Okay. Let's uncomment this part. Let's save it and nothing will change. So this part will animate angle from its initial value, which is 0 degrees, all the way to 360 degrees. Okay. To this part is a shorthand for 100% in keyframes. And because property told the browser angle is an angle type, it can smoothly interpolate every degree between 0 and 360. So this is what makes the conic gradient appear to spin continuously. And one full rotation from 0 degrees to 360 degrees takes 3 seconds. We set it here in the animation. Okay. And next, what we have left is that here we define colors. Okay. So here we have, for example, C1, C2, and C3. These are our custom color variables used inside the conic gradient on .card above. So as you can see on .card, we have this, okay? And each card gets its own unique set of colors, so every border will look different. So now if I save this file, we should finally see the animation. So let's save it. And as you can see, we have this beautiful animation. And it is for every card. And what do you think will happen if I remove this part here? As you remember, I said that we had that color here for visual part. But if I remove it, let's see what will happen. As you can see, we will have this effect. Maybe you like this effect and you want to have it. It is great anyway, okay? And we can return it and it will be like this. Then, when it comes to colors, we can put here any colors, hex, RGB, HSL, anything that CSS supports. And let's try to change some of them. For example, for card 2, let's say that I want to add some kind of yellow. Okay, so let's save it and let's see what will happen. So as you can see, we have this animation, and let's come back here and let's remove this color and we will have this effect. So it's up to you. Maybe you like this approach. Maybe you want to add, for example, one more sequence like that. As you can see, now it will be like this. So it's up to you. And for now, I like this approach, for example, okay? I can leave it just like this. So yeah, that's it. I think that this video was helpful to you, and I think that you really find it useful, and it is really great to know this kind of things. And if you implement it in your projects, it is really great. So yeah, I really like it. I think that everything is clear to you. If you have some questions, feel free to write them in the comments. And yeah, that's it. If you find this video helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. Thank you. I really appreciate it.